Hey guys, Lashana Lou here. Welcome to my very first video on my YouTube channel. I'm really excited to be starting YouTube properly this time, and we'll talk about the old videos in another video. But basically today I wanted to do a favourites video. We've just got into August. What? We've just got into October, and you know, it's starting to become autumn outside, so it's getting cold. Although none of the stuff that I've got is clothes or anything, so I don't know why I just said it's getting into autumn. But some of these products are mainly beauty and skincare and beauty of the brain, and you'll understand that in a little while. But just a little bit about me. I'm 20. I'm in my third year of my university degree. I do a BA in theatre. I've had an interesting experience and it's something that I definitely want to share in terms of tips and tricks when you're going to university, if you're either in younger years, or when I say younger years, you can go to uni at whatever age you want, but I mean when you're in lower year, like first year or second year, or if you're thinking about coming to university. So that's one of the videos I really want to do, and I wish I knew some of the things that I know now when I was picking my university and stuff like that. I've also have quite a lot of life experience in terms of how old I am, in terms, you know, I lost my mum when I was very young, when I was 12 years old. I've also lived in hostels, and I've dealt with depression and anxiety, and it's still something that I suffer with today, and it's something that I want to be honest about and reach out to a community of people who may be suffering with the same things, and we can help each other. That's one thing that I'm all about, and I'm all about, you know, giving and just trying to create a positive atmosphere, and that's one thing that I've really been trying to work on in myself, and it's something that I want to work on for my YouTube channel, if this is going to be a big platform for myself. And I really think that's important, to start something with good intentions, and I think and I'm sure that this is good intentions. If it's not, then I don't know what is. But you know, one thing that I will be doing through this channel is all sorts of things, like lookbooks and beauty, especially skincare, and also advice videos and story times. And I'm not necessarily talking about the story times with the juice, I've got a few, but more about story times with how I coped and developed, because I want people to be able to take something away from my channel. If with every video they can't take something away, then I don't think there's much point in doing what I want to do. And also challenges and all sorts of things like that. So I'm really excited to start this channel. I've also been vlogging, so I was vlogging when me and my boyfriend, we went to Denmark last year, so it's definitely something that I can put up soon, when he works on that. And we recently just came back from holiday from Gran Canaria, so that's another vlog. So there's two vlogs from two completely different places actually, that I'm happy to share and I want to share on my channel, to see what sort of things that we get up to, and then you can meet my boyfriend as well. We'll probably do a spicy ramen noodle challenges. I can't take spice at all, but we'll probably do that when he comes on the weekend, so that would be quite cool to film. But you know, I don't want to make this intro too long, because this is a favourites, a September favourites video, so let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing that I want to start off with is makeup, part of my favourites and some things that I've really been loving. The first is these two that sit hand in hand together, and this is Taupe by MAC and Chestnut by MAC. Everyone bangs on, especially about Chestnut, and I didn't really want to follow hype, and I don't do expensive makeup, or makeup that I think it's just overpriced for what it is. Really, this is a lip pencil for I think £13. I think it's overpriced, but I do love it, and I think this is a go-to for especially dark skinned women who want to wear a colour like Toad, make your lips look wrong without some sort of darker liner, and I think this is perfect, and I absolutely have been wearing the beep out of it. I love it. I love these two together as well. They look so good. Also, what I have really been loving is a little highlighting palette. I love this palette. I think it's beautiful. Just some of the colours there, if you can see. I'll do a cutaway anyway of it. The colours are beautiful. I'm actually wearing the purple on my nose and my cheeks today. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but I'm wearing that and I love it. I've been using the crap out of this, so I'm so happy that I got it, and it was so cheap because they had a deal on in Sleek. They had 2 for £12, so I got this and a contour palette for £12, so you can't go wrong there. So this is definitely a must-have for me. I literally love this foundation. It's the number 7 Stay Perfect foundation. It's not full coverage, it's medium coverage. But what is so good about this is that when you're just going to uni, or you're just going to work or college or school, whatever you're doing with your day-to-day life, you can have a foundation that actually looks like your skin. It just covers some of the spots and the blemishes that you may have, and I think it's absolutely good, and it really does do what it says on the tin. It says it's up to 24 hours wear. Definitely it's absolutely great, and I love it. Again, you know, it's got SPF 15, which is really good for your skin, especially if you're wearing it outside where there's sun. It's great, it's really nice, and this was only £15, £14.99, £15. You can't go wrong. It's not as expensive as some of them. It is definitely one of my favourites for just everyday foundation wearing. I love it. Next I have what everyone has, and as I said, I don't like to follow trends, but this is one trend that I wanted to go out and see what all the hype was about, because I knew it wasn't expensive. One thing that I don't do is expensive stuff, but I found out that this was actually really great, and we've got the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and there you go, Pro Conceal. And this one is in mahogany, and it's very dark. I don't normally wear this alone. I'll wear it with another sort of brown powder or my contour kit, because it's very dark. But since I had my tan since I come back on holiday, it's been absolutely amazing to wear on its own. And this one's in toffee. And I think when I'm normally what am I trying to say? When I'm normally not tan, I probably could go up a shade. But now that I'm tan, these two work really well. And excuse how the packaging is. But it was cheap. I've had it for ages as well. It lasts long. I don't mean like years, ages obviously. I mean like, I think it was around Easter time I bought this one, not this one, this one. And this is still going. I've got a whole new one that I bought. So I didn't expect it to last that long. So it's definitely an well, it's not even an investment. It's like £3. And you can get that from your local beauty supply. I'm actually going to pick up some more when I go and get some stuff later. Next we have my all-time favourite. I'm so glad that I picked this up. This was £4.99, and at first when I looked at the bottle I was like, this is very expensive for this little bottle. Why am I paying £4.99 for this? And I've actually gone and bought another one. I think it's so worth it. This is the only eyeliner that I found that's actually dark, like actually dark black. It's real black, and this is the Sleek Dip It eyeliner, and I absolutely love it. I wear it on a day-to-day basis, like today. I wear it when I'm going out. I love it. and it's so worth it. It's I don't know why that noise is happening, but it's definitely worth it, and I think it's definitely a great buy if you're someone that wants a really dark eyeliner but you don't want to spend like stupid amounts of money on it. Sleek Dip it. I sound like a commercial. And finally, this is just the part of the video that I'm gonna call the non-category products. I guess this is stuff to do with academic or just using your brain. One thing I said at the start of the video was about using the brain, and one thing that I really stress, and I think that is great, is when someone has intelligence. And I don't mean everyone has to go to uni, because I completely do not agree with that, but I think people should broaden their horizons and learn about something that they don't know a lot about. For me, at the moment, what I'm doing is I don't have a dissertation to write. At the end of my 3rd year, I have a performance dissertation. So I'm going to write and direct and do all the things that come with making a performance for my end of year project. And then I have to write a little documentation to go with that. And why I'm saying this is because at the moment, well, last year we had to do one for the end of 2nd year, and that was a lot shorter and less intense. And I did that on race, and I knew quite a bit about race, obviously, especially with the movement that's going on right now, which again I can make a video if people want to know what my views are on the movement. So I made a play about race, and I had all my actors be white, and if you want to know more about what I did with that play and why I did it, I can make a video. You just request it and I can make a video. But this year I'm actually doing it on masculinity and men's mental health and suicide in relation to men's mental health. So it's a deep topic, and I wanted to do something that I didn't know a lot about, and I wanted to learn about. And I think one thing that's great, whether you're doing something for your dissertation or your practical project or whatever, it doesn't have to be academic. You should always try and learn something and get to know something that you don't know a lot about. And that's one thing that I'm really going to promote on my channel. Pick up a book, and I've got 2 books in mind. The first is The Diving Bell and The Butterfly. I'm halfway through this book and I absolutely love it. My boyfriend actually gifted this book to me, and he loves this book. And what I love about this book is, at the time when he gifted it to me, I was quite depressed, let's be honest. And again, that's another video. And what was great about this book was that it enabled me to remember that there's people out there who are in a much worse situation than myself. And basically what the book is about, or what it talks about, is there's a guy who suffered from a massive stroke, and the only thing he could use was his eyelid. As in, the only thing he could move was his eyelid. He was completely paralysed. And I'm still in the middle of the book, but I absolutely love it, and I wanted to share it with you. And that's what I mean about educating yourself further. So we're not talking about academics here, we're talking about just educating yourself about how some people may live, and that doesn't necessarily have to be poverty. This is a huge life change that this man's going through, for the fact that he can't move. And I think it's definitely something that we should all respect. And I even say to my friends sometimes, how cool is it that we can move our toes without thinking about it? And that might sound really stupid, but I think it's great that we can do that, but not everyone can. And I think we should take a minute and read books like this, and look and research about things like this, how the other people may live. I think a lot of the time in life we're very indulged in ourselves. We don't really care because it's not happening to us or it's not happening to someone that we know. But I'm not going to keep on ranting. This is a great book. Again, I'll put it in the description box. Another book that I haven't read, but I got it from a car boot sale yesterday. That's the first time I went to a car boot sale. I got this jacket that I'm wearing for £4. This jacket was. I love it, hence why I'm wearing it already. And my boyfriend took me to the car boot sale, and this book was actually originally $11.99, and I got it for 50p. And I think it's great, and it's called Get Your Together, your SHIT, together. And I haven't read it, I haven't started reading it, but I thought it was a good book to share in a favourites video, because I'm sure it will be a favourite. And it just talks about some of the things that, you know, what you need to do with your life, and just getting your together. Exactly what it says on the cover. I just think it's a really good book to recommend. Probably 18 plus. I'm not sure if there's a load of swearing in it. We'll see. I haven't read it yet. But with the title, and you know, you don't really have to worry about bills and stuff until you're about 18 anyway, although I did. So, you know, I'm not sure what age, if it's age appropriate, but I would say don't read it if you're younger than 15. Maybe. I don't know. But I definitely recommend it if you think that, if you like self-motivating books, definitely, hopefully will be a good read. In my next favourites video, I will update you on how I went with this book. Okay guys, well that's the end of the favourites video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to check me out on Snapchat. My Snapchat is Lashana Lou, and my Instagram, no, my Snapchat is Lashana B, and my Instagram is Lashana Lou. So don't forget to check me out on those. Those will be in the description bar. I am going to be starting a blog which will be live by the time you see that, so that will be in the description box below as well. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!